Well, I let everything dry, and actually I'm not so happy with it. I feel I need more direction, and I decided to do some sketching, just put them all in, just like I sketched them in the template. Now this may seem like a huge task, and maybe it's not the best solution. I'm just looking for a way to make things work now. I was, while this all was drying, I was I was doing the laundry and watching a documentary about trees, and then a spruce was there in the documentary, and I suddenly saw that all those needles, they were so clearly visible in the footage that I thought, well, I probably need that clarity in order to make to tackle this spruce. And this is just a matter of being inexperienced. So I'm cleaning my brush now. I'm taking away. I'm trying to pick up a little bit of the excessive paint. And the fun thing is with these pencils, this is a 4H, a hard graphite pencil. It does not make a mess. That's good. So I think the people who did the tracing with all the lines in it, you have an advantage right now, I think. So let's see, I'm going to pick up forest green, and I'll show you something. I changed something here. Look. I put all the pens in it the way it should be. In this tray, you can take it out. First I had taken it out, but actually I need structure, and I want it to be organized. This looks good. So I will now pick up forest green. Let's see what that will do. And although I'm doing my best with this very fine Pentel brush, I'm switching to my Winsor & Newton. And maybe I will switch to an even thinner, finer brush. Yeah, let's do that. This is an extreme fine. This is a very tiny brush, and I believe this is specially meant for doing tiny details. Now, it works well, but it can hold so little paint, such a little amount of paint that it's not so handy. But I have another one, also Winsor & Newton Series 7, but this is a size 0 with a very fine tip. So I'm adding water to it, adding paint. Now let's see what happens. I haven't used this one much yet. Need more water. I need the paint to be very thin. Look at that. So you can, so to speak, draw with the pencil. I'm not impressed, guys, not at all. Let's try a little phthalo green light. No, I'm not impressed at all. So now that we are not almost done. That is not true, but we are slowly getting there. And well, I must trust the creative process right now. This is my size 2. First I'm going to add a touch of raw umber here. Adding water first. Yeah, just trust the creative process. I think eventually my mind will find the solution. Or maybe it's not even my mind finding the solution, but more my hand or my brush finding it, or the painting finding the solution. Now I want to tone down these blobs. Just a tiny bit of water and just make this look a little less dark. And this is something that this brush is not so good at, so I'm going to switch to my angled brush. Here we go. The angled brush is very good in doing stuff like this. Now, this poinsettia is a bit pale compared to the other one, so I'm going to add a touch of Windsor red here and there. Adding water. The feel of this brush is amazing. Picking up my paint. Maybe you can hear it in the background. There is a lot of fireworks outside. People are buying fireworks for tomorrow night. And especially the young the young guys are enjoying using it before New Year's Eve. Picking up a little more of this Windsor red. I really like, look at this, it looks so much better. Yeah, and if I need more colors, I just would buy a larger box. I'm just going to do that, you know. I want it to be economic. Take out that tray so I can squeeze in more pans, and you can do that. I do that. I have a smaller tin. But now I can take a couple of brushes with me also. They fit in between. Here is a happy accident. Of course, you see that this looks like a highlight. So now I'm going to add water over here to let that highlight, to make it even look better. Just adding the touch of red here and there. Cleaning the brush and then move things around a little bit. I'm learning so much with this project. I was hoping that would be happening, but it really happened. This project really gives me confidence. That's important. The only thing is the spruce, these guys. So I will have to be very cautious. Maybe my tactic should be that I go very slow and only do what I understand. So maybe keep it very sketchy, not detailed at all. You know, we just tried drawing in all the needles. It's not working very well. Adding a touch of water. Look at that. Adding some extra paint here. Cleaning the brush and then distribute it all. So, now the bells. These shiny bells, they will for sure reflect the surrounding colors. So I'm going to do something very dangerous. I'm going to add a touch of the surrounding colors, and I'm going to do that here on the inside first, adding a touch of water here too, just a touch, and then a touch of that Windsor red, just a touch. So these bells will merge with the rest of the painting. Oh, there's too much paint here. I'm cleaning things up now. Here, picking up excessive paint. I like this line. Looks like a very happy accident. Let's leave it there for a while and see what happens. Now I'm also going to add a touch of red over here. Very, very dangerous. But I'll do it anyway. And over here as well. Where shall we do that? Just here. Cleaning the brush. Just have a very faint touch of red here. I must do something with the background here. As you can see, there's nothing there yet. Cleaning the brush even more. Look at that. That's good. Okay. Now, let's go for it. In Dutch, we have a saying, de dood of de gladiolen, death or the gladioles. A gladiole, that is some sort of a it is some sort of a flower. Death or gladiolus, and that flower is being given to people who succeed. And they have this tradition in Nijmegen, in the city of Nijmegen, where they have a 4 days hike, walking thing. You have to walk at least 40 kilometers a day, I believe. I'm going to start here with a touch of Payne's Grey. Here it is. And if you manage to walk for 4 days, for at least 40 kilometers, and you will reach the finish, then they will give you these gladiolus flowers. I believe it's an old tradition, and the saying death or gladiolus means that no guts, no glory. That's what it means actually. So I'm going for no guts, no glory. This is forest green. And I'll just have to find my way with this spruce stuff. What do I see here? Let's check. Oh, I see background over there. Okay. The yellow part is background. Okay, adding water here. That is Payne's Grey, and then adding a touch of forest green. I'll leave it like that for now. Let's do some work over here. There is still some paint here, but Payne's Grey. Squeezing the brush a little bit to add more water. Now, actually, I'm waiting for that happy accident to happen that will show me how to make these spruce things happen. This is forest green. my experience so far is that these happy accidents, most of the time, they occur right when you need them. So I am trusting the process, like Anna Mason is telling me. And then hopefully I will find the right way to do this. My feeling is saying that we need a lighter green. So here's the phthalo green light. Let's just see what happens. Don't like this here. So. I'll fix that later. Here is the phthalo green light. Adding a touch of Payne's Grey here and the forest green. Well, I'm still not convinced, but let's just keep going. And if I'm not able to make this spruce happen the way I want to, you know, that's okay. Maybe I should do another project next year. Here is the Payne's Grey again, and try again, try different things, and maybe in a year's time I've gained so much, I've learned so much that I can paint spruce. And as you can see, I'm just trying a different way, and I think that is the right way of exploring and finding new ways, picking up the phthalo green lights. I still think that if you if you transferred all those needles, then you have an advantage right now. I really think so. Forest green, Payne's Grey, cleaning my brush and then coming back with clean water. I think I need a little more Payne's grey here. Wow. Yeah. We used to have a lot of fun with fireworks. My father and an uncle, they really made a spectacle of New Year's Eve. My father, he has a lorry. Do you say that? Een vrachtwagen in Dutch, vrachtwagen. And in German they call it LKW, Ladenkraftwagen. I think you say it's a lorry, a truck, but a small truck. And he managed to attach a large steel pipe on the back of the truck, and he called it Dikke Bertha, Fat Bertha, and I believe he named it after a huge cannon from the Second World War or something like that. And then my uncle and my father would wear helmets from the Second World War or even the First World War. I don't remember. My parents have those helmets somewhere. So they would put those helmets on and then they would start shouting to each other, "Hey, Commander, well, are you ready for whatever, launching the cannons, or are you ready for firing?" And then they would fire Dikke Bertha, Fat Bertha. Lots of fun. And so from this quite large steel pipe, teeny tiny fireworks would come out. That was very fun. My uncle retired from his duties on New Year's Eve when one day Dikke Bertha, Fat Bertha, fell on his foot and he broke his toe. And that is the moment that my uncle decided it was time to retire. So the fun was over. Nowadays, here in the Netherlands, we have a discussion going whether these fireworks should be prohibited or not. You can buy your own fireworks, and there's a lot of illegal fireworks around, and that is quite dangerous. Here is the Payne's grey. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe there will be a law soon that fireworks will be prohibited. There are accidents happening with fireworks every year, also in our town. A couple of years ago we had a terrible accident with, I believe somebody died due to an explosion. And in the street where my parents lived, there was a day after accident, you know, on January 1st, a lot of young people go searching for fireworks that did not explode, and they'd like to test them, and that's not so wise. So somebody lost a finger because the stuff exploded too soon. Here is the light, the phthalo green light. And a little bit of the darker forest green. A little bit more of the phthalo green light. I'm just looking for a way to make this work, and I'm just experimenting, and it's terrifying, but if I don't do this I will never find the right way. So, you know, if this spruce, if I fail, then I have a beautiful painting except for the spruce, so whatever. Let's take a look. So here we go. Forest green, Payne's grey, there's more here. Cleaning the brush. This is the phthalo green lights. This one. I almost didn't see it. I thought I was done, but I'm not. Going for the first green. I'm really looking forward to spring time right now, because that will, the longer days, you know, we've had the shortest day of the year. Now that the days will slowly become longer, I will have more hours in the day for painting and coloring. Then I can do some coloring at night. I love that. Or after teaching, I love to color or paint after a day of teaching. Then I'm finished somewhere around 4, and then I can go upstairs to the Passion for Pencils headquarters and enjoy a couple of minutes or half an hour of painting. Sometimes only coloring for 10 minutes can be so joyful. I'm picking up the phthalo green light right now, just to and so far I think this pushing the paint out works best. Oh, I need a little bit more water. Squeeze the brush. Now soon I will have to stop painting because I will have to do groceries. So I will leave it now and see how things work out. It looks like this one actually looks best. I'm now going to do a little work here on the background, because this is background and it's completely white, so I'm going to add a touch of, oh, I want to show you. It's getting darker, guys. I think it's 4 p.m. It's already getting dark again. I'm putting in Payne's Grey. So, and then a touch of phthalo blue. It's in here as well, so I'll put it here. Well, I think I want to continue. I will do a couple of more minutes. I really want to continue, but you know, duty calls. Here, let's do a little bit of extra water here. Adding water. adding Payne's Grey. Absolutely wonderful. And let's put in raw umber. Here's the raw umber, a little bit more over here. I'm going to add a touch of phthalo blue here. Cleaning the brush. And then when I go in like this with a wet brush, I can smooth things out. Love that. Need to do that over here as well. Wow. Guys, I hope there's nobody watching who has a trauma from war or something like that, because so actually I'm not happy with the way it looks here, but adding a little more water. I'll let it dry first and then we'll see. It's getting dark now, so I really have to stop. But well, looks great. Actually, I'm happy with this one. There is hope. Very hopeful, so